All right, so here's a demonstration of project 3. It is the Crash the Robots game. Your goal is to get these robots to crash into each other, which makes piles, and then if the robot goes into the pile, the robot goes into the pile, then then the pile stays until you get points basically when the robots crash into each other, or when the robots crash into a pile. So they crash into each other, score goes up. They crash into a pile, score goes up. And the robots are going to slowly get faster over time. So that's something you want to take into account. There's some extra bonus objectives like creating these portals here so that when you step into the portal, it teleports you to one of the other portals. And you can use that to extend things a little bit. I might have made mine a little bit too challenging. You may want to tune yours a little bit differently by lowering the robot's speed a little bit or lowering the increase in speed a little bit. But anyway, this is the game. You're expected to use a tile map with walls, and have the camera follow your player so that you can move around. And you need to animate yourself. You'll notice the animation on the robot, it doesn't have a facing left or facing right, which simplifies the animation quite a lot. If you follow the tutorials or the sample projects, the animation was very, very challenging actually for getting the enemies to face left or face right. These ones are just animating based on they're just animating right off the bat. So that's all you have to do. You don't have to create a type for that at all. You just animate them when you spawn them, and you just leave them permanently animating because they're always moving. You don't need an on stop. You don't need anything like that. So you can simplify things a lot. I also created an animation for the pile of rubble as well. The robot and the can I get 7? The robot and the pile I drew myself. You might have to draw them yourself to get them to look good. I also drew the portal, and I have animations for all of those things. So the player animation, I didn't draw my own player because I didn't want to. So yeah, we should be using these piles a little bit more. That might help a little bit to allow us. You can see that robots are spawning on interval. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got a new high score. They're spawning on intervals, so every X number of milliseconds it will spawn a new one. That's really hard to make dynamic, so I wouldn't worry about changing the spawn frequency at all. Just have that set right at the beginning based on a number that you like, and to increase the difficulty, just change the speed of the follow speed of the robots dynamically. So you just update that value either when they crash or when they spawn. It doesn't really matter as long as you have the interval increasing in some way. I think that's a good enough demonstration. Good luck.